Saturday,
Wait, we're not on.
We're not? Oh yeah, she's monitoring.
Are you sure we're on? Why does it say waiting for Cappuccino?
Because it's got to load.
Might be like slow Wi-Fi.
Refresh
Refresh it.
it? Oh wait.
You gotta close it and reopen it.
I did. What do you mean?
It says we're live.
Oh gosh, hold
Maybe
on.
live, it'll be
We already
saying.
got a message from Second Wind.
Oh, okay. Hey, Second Wind.
Well, then it's my phone. Hold on.
It said, hey,
Well, now it says live. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, let me turn it down. Hey, Troy. I can hear myself talk. That's funny.
Hey, Troy, I think your shirt's going to be ready this weekend, but check with me. Our personal shirt maker had trouble with the printing machine. Wouldn't print the red, so.
What? She's having trouble because we just put a request in for like 6 shirts.
I know, but something on her red printing portion went.
Because we find all these cute sayings online, so we just send them. We're like, we need this in this color.
Yeah, anybody that wants fancy shirts or some of our custom shirts, we're going to be starting a line of shirts for dog trainers. You know, the K9 Pro, professional protection logo, and what do you got on yours, Caroline? Oh, you got Capital K9.
Yeah. And then her name, and then
Her
I
name
think
and the
that.
phone
No,
number.
her dog's name, and then she's got her dog's name on one sleeve, and or
Yeah, show them that.
you got both your
This
dogs.
one's Tippy,
So you get 'em
and
like
this
this
one
with-
Titan.
Your dog's name down the front, and then
Mine says dog trainer on one sleeve and Mr. Bullet on the other sleeve. Because my dog's name is Mr. Bullet. I love that dog.
so we're gonna. Whoops.
my bad.
Whoops. Our cameraman's dropping everything he owns.
Oh, second wind, he retracted a message.
He
What does that
retracted.
mean?
I don't know.
It says second wind message retracted. Does that mean he sent a message and then deleted it?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Oh, he said call you next week, and he said no problem. He wants one that says I am Carrie Stalker on the front of it.
So we're gonna remind everybody. Well, I don't know if we need to remind them right now. A little later on,
Of
we'll
what?
get some more people on there about the trivia question.
Oh yeah, because second one said he wasn't even gonna try that one. Second one, do you know the answer to the trivia question that was that was asked last week? Try to say that 12 times fast.
We're gonna wait about halfway through. We'll repeat it, see if anyone can give us an answer tonight. So, if you know someone who knows, if you can see that, can you zoom in on that there, Chris?
Yes.
That's a cool bumper sticker.
Say when you got it zoomed in.
It's zoomed in.
It's zoomed in. I see it.
Oh, okay.
Zoom it in more.
More.
Zoom in more. Yeah, so you can see that. You can't really see it.
There you
There you
go.
go.
So
Sorry, we have a
So-
sucky cameraman today.
So that we have a cameraman in training today. So this would be today's prize for anyone who gets the
He
answer.
said he thinks so, but he'll pass on this one. Why?
It's tough. It's not.
Well, he said he thinks he knows, but
Oh, he
he'll
thinks
pass.
he knows. Okay. He's gonna let somebody else win. That's nice. What you think?
Yeah, I want one of those. Can I chime in?
Mm-mm.
Look, I got my phone. I'll chime in.
You've already.
He said he already won the shirt.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I
That's
figured.
nice.
That's what I figured. So let's talk about every rescue group's favorite thing.
Spaying and neutering your dog. Yeah.
You got it. You got it. Carrie used to work at the Humane Society. Did they spay and neuter them dogs up there?
Oh my gosh, when they were like puppies, like, don't do that. Yeah, they would not send a dog home unless they were spayed and neutered, and if they didn't weigh enough to be spayed and neutered, you don't want to know what they would do to them.
We don't want to make any folks angry with us.
Well, I don't approve of how they work things back then, but mind you, this was years and years ago, so things that might have changed since then.
Yeah.
And the person running it, she was not very good at running it.
That's that big heavy set lady.
She was kind of heavy set.
Yeah.
But this was like when I was like 20, 21.
Oh Lord, I don't even know back then. Jeez.
That was only a couple years ago. What the hell?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. That's
That's
only.
20 years ago, but whatever. Who's counting?
So, what do you think about spay neuter there, Miss Carol?
I believe in it. I believe that you should, but there's always a certain age that you should. Is all the research that I've done to spay and neuter your pet.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because of the
Talk
way
loud.
that the growth of your dog needs certain things to grow. The hormones, the testosterone for it to help grow their body with their bones and everything. It's just vital not to do it too early.
Yeah.
So if you did it early, do they not grow up?
No, they grow up, they just don't grow right.
I've
That's a
seen
good way.
I've seen dogs have hip problems. Like what was that dog we trained? He had to have hip surgery and stuff because his bones or something didn't grow properly, and like he would walk funny. And he had to have,
Yes.
what was that
I
dog's
can't
name?
remember his name, but
Real sweet dog. But when he ran, he'd run funny. He was like what, not even 2, and already had to have knee surgery or hip knee surgery, I think it was.
oh, I don't remember.
Because they didn't let him go through puberty, and so his whatever didn't grow. I'm not a vet, so I don't know the proper terms and stuff, but I know like your bones don't grow properly, and they don't go to the joint sockets properly or whatever.
So-
Something to that effect.
So that's something.
It
I don't know
also
if I'm
something
even
that helps
right,
with
but-
them
It's
from
what?
getting cancer and things like that.
Cancer?
Yeah.
What, neutering them?
I heard that's a
Early.
myth.
Is that a myth? Because I wanted to know that. I was reading.
Well, because okay, so the vet wants you to think if you don't
Another
neuter
way.
your dog, they'll get ball cancer. Oh wait, what's
Okay.
the proper? I'm sorry.
Testicular.
Testicular cancer. And if you don't spay the females, they might get ovarian
Ovarian.
cancer.
Dead all by herself.
But I'm hearing that's a myth. I just like, honestly, me, if I'm not breeding a dog, I'd rather not have their big hairy testicles.
Their
I cannot
testosterone.
talk.
Testicles.
Testicles, I can't talk today. And like, if I have a female that's, I'd rather her not have go in heat. So I'd rather spay her at the proper, yes. Oh.
Sorry, second one said need testosterone.
Need testosterone, yes,
for bone growth.
Yes.
You what?
Testosterone for bone growth.
Okay.
See, because the bones don't go in,
Okay.
yeah. So they need to be, at least go through the puberty, right? And I like to say, if you're gonna spay and neuter a dog, if it's a big dog, at least wait till they're about 18 months, 2 years, till they're fully grown, or
That's
no?
good. That's
That's what I like to say.
That's good.
And little dogs, well, you can spay and neuter them whenever. I'm just kidding. At least after through puberty, because they're already pretty much fully grown
Right.
a year.
right. So let's address some of these.
But I could be wrong. That's just my theory
Right.
of that.
That's your preference. Like everybody's got, or your theory, as you put it. So let's look at some of the things she just talked about. You know, the reasons for and the reasons. Are there any reasons against spaying and neutering? You don't think any reason?
Against it.
Yeah. Why you should not, other than growing up.
And hey,
Well, they say.
and that could be the same thing too. If you
Yeah.
neuter them, you could get cancer. If you, I mean,
Let's
Do you
touch on
see
that.
what- I
Let's touch on that. Let's
I
touch on
don't,
that.
I don't know
Hold
any
on. Let's touch.
cons from not neutering.
Okay. So well, you just said
Oh, okay.
it. The big one that you'll hear is if you spay or neuter, you cut their chance of getting cancer. Now, does that mean cancer of the big toe, or cancer of the ovaries, or cancer of the testicular portion that
That
Carol's so
one.
fond of? Yes. If you're neutering, you're gonna cut their chances. But they don't say it. They say that you reduce your risk of cancer. Correct?
No, they say testis or
Okay,
whatever.
so yours said testicular. So.
Whatever that word is.
So if you live in the sunny south, and we know the sun can contribute, so there's a good chance, Carrie, you work outside, Caroline, you're working outside, there's a good chance you're gonna get lip cancer, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna cut your
Yeah.
lip off?
No. But
But
oh,
what?
another the biggest thing that we're not way off subject, is if you're not gonna breed your dog, I feel you need to spay and neuter your dog because your dog can get out and create babies, unwanted babies that we already tried. We don't have freaking homes for all these homeless animals. So I'm big on spaying and neutering your animal if you're not breeding it. I just want to throw that out there.
No, that's a good one. And let's finish the cancer thing.
Yeah.
And then we'll go. I'll
I
address
wanted
that
to
one
throw,
since you brought it up.
yeah,
Okay.
let's address that later too.
So the facts are real simple. You're not going to get cancer in a part you don't have.
Correct.
So spaying and neutering is not a cancer preventative of any kind. It just means those parts won't get cancer.
Yeah, that's
That's
like
it.
a guy, a male. Like take Chris for example. That's like cutting off his balls so he won't get ball cancer. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. Well, no,
oh, I
that's
got
it.
to learn how to
That's it.
talk correctly.
That's it. So if you did,
Some people might get offended.
so where were you going after what we said after the?
About spaying and neutering. I am 100. If you're not
for
breeding your
responsible.
animal, I am very, very big on spaying and neutering your animal. There's already a million animals that don't have homes and that need homes, and all these unwanted litters. So I'm big on spaying and neutering your dog just because. Oh, well, my dog stays in the house. Okay, well, if your dog goes in heat, your dog might slip away, or you know. So I'm big on that.
So that's what started the whole spay neuter mantra. And I know every so many years the Veterinary Association puts out a book listing all the procedures that they do. In a year. And now these are not exact numbers. Please don't tell your vet I said this because I don't remember the exact numbers. But I'm within 1 or 2 points. In the 60s, 50s and 60s, spay neuter was like less than 1% of veterinary procedures. Right? And in the 50s and 60s, it was cool for the dog pound, which it was called in, to just bring a dog in, wait 3 days and kill him. Right? So they were killing the heck out of dogs. It was less than 1% of the population. In 1990, which I think was the last year, they put out a 5 or 10 year record every so many years, and that was the last one I looked at. Spay neuter had climbed to something like 8% of veterinary practice. And we're killing more dogs and cats than we did when they were only doing 1%. How can that be? Carrie wondered.
Because nobody's spaying and neutering their dogs, and they're multiplying like rabbits.
And why is that?
Because
Well, they're spaying and neutering more and more and more and more, but there's more and more and more puppies being killed and unwanted animals than there were when they were not spaying and neutering.
Because now all the animals have multiplied.
Because, well, yeah, but hold on, let me finish.
Yeah, I thought you asked. I thought that was a question directed to me, so I answered it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was a question rhetorically, they call it.
Oh, okay, my
You know what
bad.
rhetorically means?
Yes,
Right.
I'll shut my mouth.
Okay, so if you look at numbers, and don't get me wrong, I'm kind of with Carrie. If you're not breeding your dog, I mean, but there's a right and a wrong way to spay and neuter. That's what we're going to try to do in a minute. But if you look at the numbers, spaying and neutering has done not much to help overpopulation. Very little. Because here's what happens. Responsible people are who care. They go get their pet and they're told by authorities that they feel are knowledgeable authorities that they should spay and neuter their pet because that keeps them from multiplying. And so they take their pet home and they got a 6-foot wooden fence. They got invisible fence around the front yard. They got a crate for the dog to stay in. They're watching him 23 hours a day. What are the odds that dog's going to get out and breed something?
Well, it's not. It's not.
It's not. But those are the people.
But there's a lot of irresponsible
Well,
pet owners.
I understand. Yeah, I understand that. But that increase from less than 1% to 8% was caused by the responsible pet owners who are trying to do the right thing. And that's great. But I'm saying as a birth control method, spay and neuter don't count because you know what? All them little punks on the corner fighting their pit bulls, they don't give a damn.
Yeah, that's true.
So for the pure purpose of overpopulation control, it's not that effective. I'm sure it helps some. Well, it helps a lot because the shelters that are adopting dogs out, they're making sure that if they made a
Yeah.
mistake and that person was not quite as responsible, which can happen to anybody,
Yeah.
that at least that dog's safe. So it definitely helps, but it's not the major concern for pet overpopulation. There's other reasons and things. So let's look into and for anyone who thinks that, so here, if you think I'm not, I'll point this out in a minute. It will greatly affect neutering before, let's say, arbitrarily on a medium-sized dog, let's say neutering before 7 months of age, will greatly affect that dog's physical ability and looks the rest of his life.
Gunner, my Great Dane, was neutered at about 5 months old. He's still big as hell.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed anything physically wrong with him, but I may have just got super lucky.
Well, yeah.
But he still acts like a puppy all the time.
Right.
But I think that's just Great Dane nature, honestly.
That could be, yeah.
But so I can tell. So I can kind of tell he never went through the testosterone or whatever, the puberty,
Mm-hmm.
because Bullet will fight everything. Well, he won't fight, but he bullies. He'll bully males that have gone through puberty, and I can tell male dogs that have gone through puberty and they've been neutered because he'll bully them. Does that make sense? So we were at this picnic and this one Labrador, he was neutered at like 2 years or 3 years old, and he was like 8 or 9. And Bullet my dog gets along with every dog except if they're an unneutered male. But this dog kept coming up to him, Bullet would kind of growl at him and kind of set him off, but the dog kept trying to hump him. So I don't know if it's because, and I don't know if it's because that. So a big old fight broke out between that dog and Bullet.
Might have something to do with
And
it.
it might, well, that might too.
The humping might.
But I noticed when he came around, Bullet was growling at him before anything happened.
Okay, so what's the
Second
question?
win says,
Does not neutering your dog, what?
does not neutering your dog attribute to their longevity?
Longevity.
Longevity.
Yeah, that one.
What does
Yeah,
that mean?
how long they live. So that's first.
Oh, I'm
Does it
sorry.
contribute? What was the question?
Does not neutering your dog attribute?
Attribute.
Don't fucking ask. I'm not an English major. I mean, freaking.
So let me tell you-
So does it contribute to your dog living long?
Let me address that part.
You address that.
First, let's go. The 9-year-old neutered lab who was humping Bullet. No, wait. Let me just make a statement on that.
But then Bullet doesn't bully Gunner.
Right.
And now is that because
It's because he grew up.
it grew up with him?
Yeah, he
So
grew up
that's
with him.
okay.
There's no reason.
All right.
But,
never mind.
You got a 9-year-old neutered lab humping your male dog. And he growled
Yeah,
at him.
whoop him.
If RuPaul came in here and humped me, I'd growl at that sucker.
Oh, okay,
right?
I get it,
You got
yeah.
it? I mean, come on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, and
So-
that's like
so
okay,
longevity.
So that's okay. Back
Let's
to
go.
that.
Let's go to longevity. What can happen? So let's go to the physiology. I can see a neutered, a dog, any dog neutered before that mythical 7-month period, medium size. When they're 2 years old, I can look at them and tell you that they were neutered prior to that. Because there's a physical difference.
So can you look at Gunner and tell he's
Oh, yeah.
been neutered at 5
Oh,
months
yeah.
old?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Why?
Yeah. Like I mean, how? How can you tell?
First off, he's way too light boned to be with most. How old is he now?
He's 4.
He's a
So
40.
he should be like
Yeah,
big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think he was. So he's tiny
Well,
for his age.
He's not
I mean,
tiny.
tiny
He's still
for-
he's still a big dog, but his
tiny for-
actual frame, he's light boned.
Okay.
The difference between a Malinois, got leg bones like that,
Yeah.
and a Western Shepherd got leg bones like that.
Yeah.
Right. So when I look at his frame, I can see that the bones are nowhere. And I mean, I've had Danes.
No. Yeah. That's what
All
I'm
my
asking.
life.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Okay. So yeah, Gunner doesn't look like that.
No, well, not many do. He's special, but I'm biased. So anyway, yeah, there's always things you can look at and you can see a difference. If you want to see a good example since not a lot of us live in rural settings anymore, go on Google Images, type in cattle, bulls, cow bulls, cattle. Look at all the images of those bulls. You'll see how broad their heads are. There's like a dishpan between their eyes is such a big, and their skulls are thick, and their back, their shoulders are huge. Then type in cattle, steers. These are neutered bulls.
Bulls.
Mhm.
Okay.
And they're neutered very young, right? And you will see,
They're not like that.
no, you'll see something that looks like, Daisy the milk cow.
Okay.
And that's the difference. So here's the physiological of what happens when you're neutering before puberty. You need all the hormones in your body to finish out your growth.
Yeah.
So let's take Chris again. Chris is,
He's gonna make fun of you.
Chris,
Ah.
wow. Chris, oh yeah, 18, 19, how old are you, Chris?
19.
19.
You're 19 already?
Say it, how old are you? Say it
When you
loud.
started here, you were
19.
17.
Hold on. Say it again.
19?
19. All right, now Chris says 19. Most people will say,
I sound more manly than
So-
you
I'm
do.
trying to speak up.
so Chris is still in the process. Right? Now, let me ask you, Chris, you got a little beard growing there, right?
It's thicker than this. I just shaved it.
It's thicker than that. But you got a beard growing, right? So when did you start growing your beard?
I was like 16, 17.
16, 17?
Is that even possible?
Why did you start growing it at 10?
Because I wasn't going through puberty.
Because what?
I wasn't going through puberty.
You hadn't gone through puberty.
Yes.
That's the most common, most easy to understand transformation I can put out to anybody. You do not shave before, and your voice does not change until, and women don't, turn into women. Never mind, that's another story.
King Tao said hello, everybody.
Who?
Hello, King Tau. How do you pronounce that?
Tao.
Tao. Tao.
Hey, Tao.
King Tao.
So what happens is without these natural process, it's shortened. Now we've mentioned hips a few times.
They got a woman?
No,
No.
a dog.
Oh, we're talking about dogs again. Okay. Well, you were talking about women. so
I
I'm
was.
confused.
It was nice
Okay.
too. So
Okay, on dogs.
we're on dogs. So they're called growth platelets. They're at the end of every joint, right? In your elbow. With a horse, you can tell it really, really easy. You can tell their age. If their front legs, you feel between where the femur and the calf, fibia and tibia join up with the thigh bone, right? And you can feel a space. Little colts, you can feel a soft spot between their knee, as their kneecaps are growing together. That's as wide as my two fingers. And as they get older, that space gets narrower and narrower until it's...
Huh. That's something nice to know.
Because all your growth comes from the ends of your bones. Your fingernails, for example, your fingernails don't grow longer from the tips out. Back here, what they call the cuticle, that's what does the growing, and it pushes everything else in front of it. Okay? Same
Yeah.
thing with your bones as you grow. Now, you cut off the hormones you need to develop, and you disturb radically the ability of those growth platelets. But this is my hip, my femur head fitting into my socket. Well, there may not be enough growth platelets active on this hip socket like this to completely form around the hip.
Huh.
So the hip socket may only be like a C instead of like a socket.
Like bullets.
Like bullets. Or the femur head, the head of the bone, instead of being round and fitting in smoothly, may have flat spots like my fist does right there that make it rock back and forth. These are all the problems that can be created if you don't finish your growth. So when you're and it's not, if you look around, really look into it and everything, marketing, Gary, marketing experts will tell you there are indications there could be growth problems, but we haven't seen them yet. Well, that's advertising BS for, I'm lying, but it don't sound like a lie. It means we know that they have a problem, but we ain't gonna admit it. And this is how we get around it. We say there's indications. It's actually been proven. And I can't tell you who's let me in on the secret studies, but there
That's
are
crazy.
studies to show that the incidence of hip dysplasia is about 3 times more likely with a dog neutered before 6 months of age. Yeah.
See, I think I got lucky because Gunner's pretty good. Like I haven't experienced. He's 4 and I haven't experienced anything that hip stuff, joint stuff.
Linda Snyder said, so more injury prone if neutered too soon.
Yes.
Well, injury prone what?
More
If
injury
neutered.
prone if you
Like,
get your dog too soon.
Injury prone,
Or
yes.
spay, yes.
Yeah, very possible.
Yes, because I
Very
waited until mine was, so he's over probably 2 years and 2 months before I neutered him. And like
I
Carrie
spayed-
said, I neutered him because I could not breed him. And
I spayed Trigger.
possibly to help his temperament, but
When
he's
she was
still,
6
you know.
months.
this-
Does y'all still have classes during the week? Yes. Wait, yes, we have Tuesday protection training classes, yes.
Protection training Tuesday night, private
Kyle
lessons.
has-
I'm trying to get a documentary.
Who's
King
that?
Tao has a question.
Not
He
necessarily
said, I'm
a
trying to
question,
get a
but-
documentary to interview you and Black Bart if you're available in the future.
If I get to talk about Black Bart, I am available. Period.
He's trying to get a
I'm
documentary.
trying to get a documentary. Oh, documentary TV can interview you in Black Bart. If you're
Well, you can interview me and Bullet.
That's-
Me and Bullet are available anytime.
If you show a camera to Carrie, or if she sees a camera, she will be part of the documentary. Yeah, we'd love to do that.
I'm
I really would.
available.
I think, well, like I said,
Oh, you have me in already. Oh, you have me in the space. I thought I had to go in his space to be in there.
my favorite topic in the world is Black Bart.
Look,
Yeah.
we're available. We're both available.
So, anyway, so there's, I hope,
Back to Butch.
yes, thank you. I think that's your sidekick, Nancy.
I
That's
know.
my BFF over there.
She's responsible for her, not me. I just.
Oh, look at my cute cup.
It's working and it's
So
a work
zoom in.
in
Can you zoom in on my cute cup,
Yes,
please?
I'll zoom in for you.
Okay. You're not zooming in. Come on.
Hold on. I gotta work it. Alright, there it goes.
Okay, it says, I love, what does it say? My Western Shepherd, wait. I love my Western Shepherd, can y'all see that? And then it has a picture of the Western Shepherd on the back. That's Bullet. Ta-da! Did you get it?
Yes,
Oh, there
I
you
have it.
go. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, you
so,
can zoom out. Okay, back to Butch and his spay neutering.
well, I mean, that's it. You got irrefutable, absolute.
He says I'm being too easy, Carrie. I'm an easy kind of person. How much are your sessions?
Oh, dog
No,
training,
back
right?
to
We're talking-
the Tuesdays. Oh, that's from a different person. The lesson for private is $200 a month.
Security. dog training.
Yeah, for the protection
be-
training is $200 a month on Tuesday nights. Obedience private lessons is something totally different. But if you're looking for protection training on the Tuesday evenings, it's $200 a month,
Per month.
and it starts at 5 o'clock.
And you get to be with Carrie.
And Carolyn
Caroline.
and Butch.
And Butch.
Oh, I get me.
Oh, and Chris too. Our camera
Oh
guy.
yeah, Cameron is Krista.
So,
Dun, dun, dun. I'm not easy. I just go.
but
with
she
the
can
flow.
be had.
I just go with the flow.
So, we got all our facts straight. I
Yes,
hope.
there's
You
pros
got
and
there.
there's cons.
You need to, let's look at some of the pros. You got your dog neutered, it helped his personality, calm him down a little bit. you know.
Calmed him down some, but
Some.
but it didn't do as much as I thought.
But he's a
It
Doberman.
never, it doesn't make any difference. It
Doesn't
never
make any
does
difference.
as much as they tell you it will do.
No, because
What?
Butch explained to me,
I'm
he's
just
gonna
kidding.
be the same.
Right.
He's
I,
gonna be
I
the
feel it
same.
calms him down like minute, but
It
not.
does, it does. The only thing that makes your dog well behaved is training.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, folks.
No, and
That's-
that's yeah.
Training.
There ain't no
Because
shortcuts.
Trigger's new spayed, and she's a.
Yeah, yeah, so
She's.
we need to shut her down here in a minute, because I don't wanna bore people, but if you want a
We could
well-behaved dog.
never bore people, but
Excuse me, I
God.
forgot Carrie was here, so that's,
I'm
so,
entertainment of the year.
that's how we got entertainment of the year on this side, singer of the year on this side.
That's
Well, I
right.
do
So
sing better than Carrie.
everybody sings better than me, Carol Ann. But it doesn't stop me from singing super loud and off key.
No, it doesn't.
Anyway, back to the business here, ladies.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
and pros of spaying your female dog is you don't have blood spots
Yeah,
everywhere.
Yeah.
I will not own
But
a.
it says it does something to help them as they get older.
What, get fat?
No, no,
My dog is fat.
no, they
And I
say,
blame that on
Well, they're saying
spaying.
it ke- it
Yeah.
avoids ovarian cancer, which is the same as testicular cancer,
yeah.
which is not as hairy.
Are Western
Yeah.
Shepherds basically band dogs? What's a band dog?
No, great question, thank
What
you.
is a
that?
band dog?
Okay, a band dog is, I forget his name, there was a veterinarian who
Can we Google
started.
it?
No, you could.
But do you know the answer though?
I know the answer, but I'd have to think back here. Veterinarian started, I believe in the 50s, crossing pits and mastiffs. And his idea was to get they don't want to tell you this, it probably will take out a lot of literature, but his idea was to get a really superior fighting dog. And the band dog movement got very, very popular.
I think I read up on this.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, gosh, so many names, now you're
I
taking
think I
it
read
back.
up on the band dog. No, they're not band dogs.
They're-
You're right. You're right.
Oh, yeah, Western Shepherds are not band dogs at all. They're a cross between, and they don't have a written standard. There's a lot of things that keep them from being a breed, but they are a type. Just like the Jack Russell Terrier was a type until the AKC decided there was money in them, and then they became a breed. But a band dog is a type of dog. Anyone can create his own band dog by taking a pit to a mastiff. And you can get some really good dogs. I mean, some of the best dogs, Lee Robinson out of Mississippi. Oh gosh, in California, two of the best band
Did you
dog
Google it?
Yeah,
breeders
they said
ever.
the band dog is known as the band doggy, originated in the 1250 to 1300 Middle
Okay,
England.
okay, hold on.
I don't know what
She's
that's talking
Googling a
about.
history of band dogs.
Yes.
So we're getting off topic here, but we'll
Yes.
before you
That's
look
our life
longer.
story. We're off
Yeah.
topic.
So, band dog, if you look up band dog, it's gonna give it to you. In the 12 to 1500, 12th century, they had band dogs. These were the big mastiffs that were bred in England. The ancestors of the English mastiffs and all of those. The modern band dog, and all those band dogs band dog was just a term for a guard dog.
That's what it says.
Okay.
So it was a term. In the 50s, Dr. So-and-so, I can't remember his name, started his mixing of mastiffs and pits.
And those were band dogs.
And he used the term band dog.
Okay.
And it's still around today. There's a lot of really, really good band dog breeders out there. Maybe next week I'll pop up some names of a few others. since I
But we're
mentioned
not
Lee.
band dog breeders.
No, we are breeding a breed. We are creating a breed
That's
to
amazing.
To keep band dogs going. You're going to typically breed outcrossing to another mastiff or to a pit. When they start getting too small, you breed back to a mastiff. When they start getting too big and clumsy, you breed back to a pit, and that's how you go. We're trying to create a breed.
That's amazing.
That's amazing, which means that they will breed true to each. No matter which ones you put together, you're going to get something that follows a standard, and it's a written standard, and it can't deviate. So that's the big difference. We have a standard for our Western Shepherds.
Everyone that owns a Western Shepherd, I'm just gonna put that out there, wants a second one.
Yeah, and that's.
I mean, these.
I looked it up. 40%, 4 out of 10 people who buy a Western Shepherd, 4 out of 10 come back and get a second one.
Yeah. So we have a police officer, can I say that? Police officer in Florida. He recommends these dogs to everyone, so he's gonna have 4, and if not more down there in Florida. He absolutely loves these dogs.
Works them on the street. working his.
And he's raised his from a puppy. He doesn't work his on a e-collar, nothing like that. Does search and rescue, bite work. He's a police. I mean, these dogs are amazing, and he highly recommends them. I think his department says that he will only own Western Shepherds from now on. And I know a bunch of other people that everybody I talk to that owns these Western Shepherds. They're super easy to train. They highly recommend them. I know from experience, real quick, we got to get out of here, but I know the search and rescue people, they frown upon protection trained dogs because they're vicious and they don't have, they're not social or whatever. When you met Bullet or even Bart, you would never, ever in a million years guess that these dogs are fully protection trained. Their temperament, I've had people run up on Bullet at a store that he doesn't know, wrap their arms around him and hug him and start kissing on him. Kids have surrounded him. Adults do that. Adults will run up to him and wrap, and he's like chill and calm and whatever. And when we do search and rescue, we also do pet detection. When he finds the animal or the kid, he runs up and boops him and wags his tail and boops him and licks him and wags his tail because he's so excited. You would never guess that he does fully trained protection. That's what's so amazing with these Western Shepherds. You can pretty much train them to do anything. Any of the ear.
No, they're an erect ear.
No, they have shepherd ears except Bullet.
Yeah.
Bullet they stick up, and he has like a crinkle. He has a crinkle in his ear, but it makes him special.
Yeah. He's the only one we've got that's like that. But
My dog's broken. He doesn't like water.
They're erect ears, and like any shepherd.
They're freaking beautiful.
And let me be clear. When I started that project, which is now, I just realized Bart's 8 years old, so will be 8. So it's been 14 years ago I started this project. It wasn't to start a breed, it was just to get a healthy, solid, intelligent shepherd dog. And you could have called it a German Shepherd. I wouldn't have cared what you called it.
Well,
I get mad when people call my dog a German Shepherd.
I'm gonna bring in McCoy to show you guys. Bart's grandpa. Now show you how much hair he has.
This will be
And I can
second
just
generation,
pull
so you can see where
his hair and
Oh
I
yeah,
think
like
I've got
freaking
one.
Colt one day too.
Yeah,
I
we
think
got-
I've got one little hair. They don't shed like the regular German Shepherds, and that's why.
We've now got
Yeah.
second, third generation dogs.
Oh, and they're hypoallergenic. What is that?
Hypoallergenic. We'll go over all that.
Hypoallergenic, yes.
We will go over all that when we get a chance.
Yes.
Wow, we just got started.
Yeah.
If anyone remembers, we'll ask the trivia question. Where was the first canine post-sports trial held? And there's your prize.
Does anybody know?
If you get it in.
Hurry.
Let me know when
Let
you got
me
it
know.
up there.
Anybody know?
Chris.
Nobody knows?
All right. If you know, let us know next week. Write it in.
We do. That was last week's
That's
trivia
the last
I
question.
know, but no one answered, so we're gonna run it over to the next week.
Well, we need
Okay.
what if they can't get it? We need a new trivia question.
If we don't get it next week, we'll go to a new question.
Okay.
We need a
First
trivia
canine
question.
pro sports trial. Where was it held when it was started?
And it wasn't where I was thinking either.
No,
I was
well,
wrong.
And Butch
Did you
is gonna
think-
also do a podcast.
Oh, Linda
on-
Snyder got it.
Oh, she did?
Who?
Linda Snyder got it.
Uh-oh.
And you're the winner of this awesome. She said, and can I say what she said?
Yeah, what'd she say?
Okay, what was the question?
Where was the first canine pro sports trial held?
Mexico. Woo woo.
And just in case someone got it, when you close up on this,
Oh, I was gonna say names, but I can't pop out names.
or
Who was
names
in
of what?
Mexico?
Who lives in Mexico?
Yeah, like Chapo and.
El Chapo.
I want to name a dog Chapo. We're training a dog named Chapo.
So you
That's-
get a close up.
What's another? What's another
This is
cartel
the-
name?
This is
Chapo.
Hold on.
I want to name some dogs this.
Okay, hold on.
I'm so way
Let me
off
finish
subject.
this up.
I'm
We
gonna
gotta
shut
get
up.
out of here sometime tonight.
Yeah.
So I have another question too, though.
Do you
Hold on,
guys
hold on,
say
hold
that
on.
and then I'll answer the
Let
question.
me just. This is one of the acrylic trophies. I've never seen an acrylic trophy. This was mine as a trainer of the year. And you can see this was in the Ciudad de Waters, Mexico, and this was in Spanish it was called Camino Internacional.
I'm out of water.
This is one of our trophies that we gave away the first year, and our championship was 1993. So, a little perspective.
We
What was
do,
your question?
The question, we need to get one.
Hmm?
Because it's like, I guess that person wants to come out, but Can you read
You
that?
guys have a qualified decoy because my German Shepherd's IPO3 is pretty tough.
That's pretty tough.
What happened?
Do we have a qualified decoy?
Oh, you're a qualified decoy.
Yeah.
but you
I
can't-
might have done it.
Well, he's done it, but I don't let him catch dogs like he thinks he can because we need to keep him around as long as
Yeah,
possible.
if you got an IPO dog, we can work it for you. Anyway.
That means you're gonna start working him because Butch is very qualified,
Yeah, thank you, man.
but I don't like him. I'll catch your dog.
Gary's getting better. We got to get out of here. We're boring everybody to death.
I caught a police dog with titanium teeth.
Yeah, I told you she's been around a little
I
bit.
can put a suit on. Don't play with me.
She can. Don't
I
play
put a
with her.
helmet on too.
Yeah. Anyone else think of a last thought?
Second one said thanks, guys. Anyone got this
You
last?
said what?
Wait, we need another trivia
Another
question for next week. What is it?
You called it
Well,
Twivia.
we're gonna go with that.
Whatever.
We're gonna go with that.
Trivia. No, that was she's already got that.
Oh,
so.
she got that. She got that.
Yeah.
So Linda Snyder, come get a hold of Butch. We'll either mail this to you or whatnot. We need a trivia question. What's the trivia question?
Trivia question. What is the oldest recorded
Oh God.
breed, pure breed dog known with the written what is the oldest recorded breed?
Do you know the answer to this?
Recorded.
You have to know the answer to this.
Well, he went.
Recorded.
Question if
We have a written record and written down, and that means a description. Let me define that. A written record means a description and a name of the dog as well as the job of the dog. What is the oldest recording of the breed with a written physical description and job name?
What's the prize?
How about a T-shirt?
I was about to say T-shirt.
Got a talk shit, get bit T-shirt coming
With
at you.
Capel Canine with your name on the front or your dog's
Arcade
name.
and Pro Sports. You get your pick.
Yeah. My next one's gonna be Can Pro Sport.
So the oldest breed, we have a recorded written description of.
Okay.
That's it, folks. Hey, Carrie.
If you ain't having fun,
You ain't trained.